Welcome to this moment, to your breath. Breathe in. Notice the qualities of your breath. Notice that it's unlike any other breath you've ever taken in your entire life. There's a similarity, and it's new, it's fresh. It's this moment. As we explore loving kindness meditation for our air quotes mistakes, and I use quotes around mistakes because at the time I'm absolutely sure we were trying to meet needs, and we look at it now thinking, oh God, how could you ever think that you were trying to meet a need? So I'm catching myself. I'm encouraging you to hold your arms out and allow that previous you, the one that you're judging as making a mistake, to fall into the arms of loving kindness. I got you, baby. Doesn't mean we are not, and I am not responsible for my mistakes. I am. It doesn't mean that we're not, that I don't want to reach out, if possible, to make amends, to acknowledge that it wasn't behavior that was consistent with my values. And I do want to stop beating myself up. To say to yourself, oh, honey, at that time, you were doing the best you could. Of course that's what you did when you consider all the influences of your life that came up to that moment. I don't want to get too much into the thinking about mistakes as forgiving ourselves for mistakes. How does it feel to love yourself, even though we've done stuff that we look back and we cringe that we did these things? Particularly involving people we love, people we care about, people that we had no intention to hurt or impact that way. Or maybe we did intend to. Yeah, I can't imagine if we did actually want to hurt somebody. I'm sure there was something really difficult going on with us at the time, hurt people, wanting to hurt people, and forgiving ourselves for that. When we've done that, when we've done things that we now look back at that we regret. Hopefully I've stirred enough up that you can hold yourself now with care and tenderness. We can look at ourselves and go, oh, okay, that's what I did at the time and I didn't mean to. And that's not consistent with the way I want to live in the world. That's not how I want to show up. And considering my siblings, my parents, the influences from society at that time, my need for safety, or at least my perceived need for safety at that time. Of course, that's what I did. And it's time to hold ourselves with love and compassion. 100%. To make amends when doing so will not involve further damage. Like whatever, I can't remember the wording exactly in the step of the 12th step. If you don't want to cause more damage by bringing stuff up, it's a tough one to decide on. And it's important to hold ourselves before we even try to make amends, to hold ourselves with compassion, not defensiveness. To hold ourselves with love. I'm so curious of how you all feel about the famous Marshall Rosenberg quote, "You've never done anything wrong. You never have, and you never will. You might have done things differently if you'd known then what you know now. And it will always be that way." And I tear up when I get to the last line because I just so want it not to be that way. That live and learn. I just want to learn and then be done with it. I want to learn NVC and then stop hurting people or stop hurting myself, which is where it starts. And it's all continuous, sometimes daily opportunities to hold myself with compassion and love. And oops. And then to offer it to our beloveds. Offer listening when they are in the throes of regrets. Offering to listen to them with compassion. Seeing so many people in our world that do things that they would rather have not that they done. And forgive them and listen to whatever's going on with them. And then there, of course, is the people that that we have stories about that trigger us, that are just seem to be caught in this web of stimulating pain in us, and hope that they find some way out of it, that they manage to figure out what their needs are and ways of meeting their needs other than stimulating pain in ourselves. I don't know how I want to phrase that. But people that are more challenging to hope that they find their way out of whatever situation that they're in. And then to hold our arms out and hold the world, and like, wow, so many tragic strategies to meet people's needs. May all beings benefit from our practice, finding a way out of hurting each other, and most important, finding a way out of hurting ourselves. Love yourself up. Give yourself a great big hug. Compassion. I get it. Of course, my beloved. Mwah. Thank you so much.